Hello and welcome back to the channel where we are making a video game from scratch using Love2d and Lua. I forgot my water today and I just have coffee. But we left off doing this collision detection for these little pixels here. These 4 pixels that are stacked inside our body here, those are our corner detections for detecting a chasm collide. So they're incrementing when they detect a chasm, which is working, and all 4 sides of them are working. So now we get to implement cycling through our chasms and giving us triggering a fall, with an appropriate tween value. So that's what we're gonna try to get done today. Okay, so in our map, we're cycling through all of the chasms. We're checking if we collide with any one of those four dots. And we're not doing anything. Like the only thing that we're doing is actually part of the player class, and I believe it is all we're doing is just incrementing a field so that we can test to make sure that this is actually returning. So like this is the collision function, and in the collision function we're not returning anything. We should return true if both of these, and then return false if not either of them, and that'll allow us to do some logic on the collides. So let's start there, I think. So we'll say, we're going to return true for this function. And then if we get to the end of the block, we're going to return false because it is not a collision. Okay, so bottom right, bottom left, top right, and top left. I've got some cool new stuff to show the channel. Probably not for a couple days though, because I'm gonna need a dock, because I'm gonna step away from programming on Windows because I just hate it. So I'm gonna try to dock my laptop. So I got to figure out how I can plug in my keyboard and mouse and switch it over, because I do all my freelance work on my PC. So I need that keyboard and mouse working, but I also need the setup really easy for streaming because we do it so often. So I'm going to be buying one of those peripheral switchers and monitor switchers, so hopefully I can figure that out so we can just program on my mouse and keyboard, but on my Mac laptop. That would be sweet. And then probably still stream on PC because we're hardwired in through Ethernet that way. Okay, so let's go back to our map. Okay, now we can ask this as a boolean because it's going to return a value. So we can say, if we top left collide, then we can check something, right? Now the idea behind this is like, yeah, the idea behind this is we need to check the complementary adjacent corners. So we need to do something like, see, and the issue here is like, this is tricky because like if we're cycling through our chasms, let's say there's 10 chasms, we're only colliding with one, and let's say we top left collide, so we would say, okay, we're top left colliding, so why don't we go ahead and trigger fall and assign a dx, but then it goes to the next chasm in this table, and it's, you know, it's not a collision. So I guess it's okay then. I guess. Oh, you know what we could do? We can break if we find 2 collisions. Then we should break this loop so we don't cycle through any chasms anymore. And then we'll have to figure out how to tween our values. So we kind of have to do the 2 adjacent corners first. So okay, no. We'll start with top left. Then we'll ask, you know, we'll ask if our top right is true. If so, this will be direct up drag, right? If we have a top left and a bottom left, that would be a left drag. Okay, and then yeah, and then otherwise this would be see so we need a break once we get down to the nitty-gritty. If we know, I think we need a break, because at that point it'll be two collision detections on our 4, and that's all we're tracking. So it could, yeah, because if you think about it, if you walk into a chasm, you know, you can only walk orthogonally or diagonally. So two colliders are going to be the only, yeah, it's going to be the max. So if we top left collide, then we're going to see if it's a double collide. If it's a double collide, we break on either scenario. And then otherwise, we would have the just top left drag. So I think we kind of have to do something like this for all corners, because we don't know, you know, I guess we have to kind of, you know, we don't know how many places we're colliding with until we check all of them. But yeah, but if any of our corners are colliding, we need to check all the adjacent corners. So I think we do kind of need to do this for every corner piece. So if that's a top left first, then let's do a top right. So the top right starts off asking if we collide with the top right. If we collide with the top right, we need to check both top left. We'll see. So do we have to do that? Because we're already checking left and right. So at this point, I think we only have to check the right and the bottom right. No. Well, yeah, because if we were to top right collide, then top left collide, that would have gotten covered over here. Okay, so we should be okay. So we're going to check the top right, then we're going to check the bottom right. Okay. So if we top collide, we check if we bottom right collide too, and that would be a right drag. And then break, because that would be our 2. And if we were to top left collide, we'd break over here already on an up drag for a top right and a top left. Yeah, that sounds right. So if we, yeah, so the adjacent corners, okay, so then this one would be just a right collide and not a left, top left or bottom right. So just a top right, so this would be top right drag. Okay, then we'll check our bottom left collide. Because yeah, we should only have 8 results, right? Whatever those results are. If we're bottom right collide, we don't need to check top right collide also, but we do need to check bottom left collide. So we'll say if our bottom left collide also, then this would be a double. This would be a diagonal drag, and it would be bottom right, bottom left. Oh, just down drag. That's what my dog does on the carpet. Bottom drag. Okay, so if we bottom right collide and bottom left collide, yep, it's a bottom drag. If we just bottom right collide, that is the diagonal drag. And then we need to see if it's just, we need a break also. Because by the time we kind of figure out okay. Okay, so now let's check if we just bottom left collide. I think that's the only one left. Okay, if we bottom left collide, that is definitely a bottom left drag. Okay. Oh, we need left drag too, don't we? Oh, we've got it. Left drag. So we've got up, left, right, down. I want to do it down. Okay. Okay, so we have, let's count them. We should have 8. 4 orthogonals, 4 directionals. So we have down left, down right. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. That should cover all of our bases here. Okay. Okay, so now what we need to do, you know, we should probably only do this if the player's not falling, right? Because if we're already falling, we don't want to tweak our dx dy anymore. So let's see where we're doing this. I know we're doing a tween somewhere here. Okay. If tween allowed, right? So we have this if tween allowed, which is weird. But we're basically saying if we're in the graveyard, we can reset tween allowed. Tween allowed gets false when the falling animation has played more than once. So that's not what we want. Tween allowed is awful naming for that. If tween allowed, then tween. You know, I remember this being a weird issue, right? Because we need to tween over time, right? So the update needs to. Oh, this is weird. We need to flip a Boolean field on our player to allow us to, and it should be falling, right? Like if we're in range of collision of any of these chasms, we should be falling. And if we're falling, we tween our position to a certain X and Y value, and we don't check for collision if we're falling. I think we should have had this be falling. Tween allowed should have been falling, I think. But we can check this. We can wrap this in. If not player falling, right? We can say if player is not falling, then let's go ahead and check for collisions. Okay, and then we're cycling through all the chasms as long as we're not falling, and then we basically need to become falling at any time. So maybe what we do, instead of bogging down here with falling gets true, we could maybe just dump it in the method. Because we have a bottom left, bottom right collide. So anytime we return true, we're not taking in a player though, but we should have access to the global player. So part of me thinks that right before we return true on any of these chasm collides, we also just say, hey, our global player falling is now true. Okay, so if our falling's true, then we won't collide over time. Okay, so I think what we need to do, it's almost like we need to assign a Boolean field. So if we were to just put the tween here, see how this is like we're cycling through our pits, and if we're colliding with a pit, yeah, see, that's different. If we tween our value here, let's say on the up drag, let's say, you know, we need to tween our player, and we're tweening our player to, if we need to go to the top right, it would be the Vx plus the V width, right? And the Y would be the Y, yeah. So if we do this timer tween here, well, when we become true on any of these, our falling becomes true. And if we're falling, we're not going to tween this. So it's almost like we need to just trigger something that say, boom, this is a top right fall, right? Then if it's a top right fall, then we just tween it over time to the proper values. I think that's how to do it. So let's do this. Let's go to our player class, and let's give us some more fields here. So we're gonna have a, you know, fall, a bunch of falls. So like a bunch of booleans. So let's start. We have bottom left, we have top left, we have top right, bottom right, and then we also have bottom left, then we have left. Top left, top right, then we have an up fall. Yeah, I should probably name these because top right, bottom right, then we have a right in between. Bottom, oh, we jacked this up. Bottom left, top right, bottom left. Okay, so top right, top left is up, top right, bottom right. Then we have right in between, then we have bottom left, which we have a bottom left fall already, so we just need a downfall. We make sure this is 8, right? Oop. We got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So we've got all these falls. I'm going to spell these out just because I know I'm not going to like that later. Okay, we got all our falling booleans. It's in the map. Okay. So yeah, we just need to change these booleans here. We could either do scene view player or a global player. Doesn't really matter, they're the same thing. So this is up drag, right? So we just say up fall gets true. Okay. So now we should have the right boolean for the fall that we've triggered. Chasm, bottom left, collide. And we should probably test this before we get further than this. So this is a down left. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, let us test this out. So, in our player, we're gonna print to screen, probably in the walk state. Yeah, shoot, we should probably have another state for falling, huh? Let's just do it in the map. Okay. so let's do this. Top left fall. Okay. Shoot. Global V and nil value. Where are we doing V? Oh God. Oh. How did we do that? Okay, top left fall, top right fall, false, false. So if we collide with them, they should trigger, which they did not. Well, we actually fell. Falling. Okay, so like falling is supposed to only trigger. Why did it say we weren't falling? Because if it triggered the actual fall, it triggered the actual fall here in the function, and then in the map when we're doing our chasm checks. Yeah, you would think player up fall. Did I get those wrong? Top left fall. Okay. Yeah, I did these wrong. Down left. Up left. Up right. Bottom right. Up left. Yeah, I got these all screwed up. Okay. Let's see if they trigger now, because ideally we only need to trigger falling once we're done tweening, but I'm just looking for the left fall to be triggered, and they're not. Top left, I think in the map I did it wrong here too. Yeah, up left. Okay. We're still not triggering. We're triggering the fall, which is good, but we don't need to trigger the fall just yet. That comes at the end of the tweening. So okay, maybe we don't. Let's see, which ones are we testing? It is up left and up right. So okay, so right now this would only trigger if we have a chasm top left collide with the player, which we do have. Let's make sure we're getting that top left collide. So like when we run this top left collide, we're incrementing. We're incrementing this top left collide. I have a feeling we're messing up. Well, no, we're not messing up here because it's triggering the fall, and that means that this function's returning true, and that means that we should become up left fall gets true. Now when we start the game, it's initializes false, which is right, but if we go to collide with a top left, it only does a bottom right collide or something. So let's walk it through where if we have that would have been a bottom left and a top left collide. So top left collided hit here. It wouldn't hit here. It should hit here, and then we would become left fall. Yeah, I mean, it looks right to me. Are the brakes screwing stuff up? No. Because, yeah, we're signing it before we brake. Okay. Let's just take this up left fall. And we'll take it to the bottom of our map, and we'll just try to manually assign it to true here and just make sure that's true. Okay. So that is how we're supposed to trigger it. I mean, I guess let's check. We can do all of these and just kind of see. Because, oh, you know what? Yeah, it wouldn't be an up left fall. It would be a just left fall. Yeah, it would be a just left because we're coming at it diagonally. So let's try just getting a left fall. Yeah. Okay. Okay. And then if we go back to top left, up left fall, let's. Yeah, we can't get a top left fall unless there's we'd have to go. Yeah, we can't do it because we just fall. Okay, but I think that's working. Let's get the rest of them in there. So we have up left, up right. We also have up. I'm gonna modify the chasms so that we have a chasm whose corner is exposed, whose bottom right corner is exposed to our top left side, because then we can test all of the different angles. Okay. Up left, up right, up. Then we have down right. Down left, we need down. And then if we don't have right? And then down right. Down left. And we need a straight left. And that should be it. Shoot. What did I do? Down, left, left. Okay. Before we get the tweens right, we just want to make sure we're triggering the correct logic, the correct vector. So to help us with that, we're going to add some more chasms. Okay, chasms are up here. So I'm going to kind of... They're in above ground. That's where we're checking. So for right now, let's just do... So we paint the floor first. I don't know if we're going to continue to do that, but we have, what, a top chasm? A right chasm, left chasm. So something like this will help us test the different corners, right? The different types of collision. So if we do this, I drew them all on the wrong tile. We need to draw them in the above ground. Okay, so that's enough for us to test. All we do is export our global map.lua. As long as they're in the above ground table, we should be checking collision for them. 452. We're missing parentheses or something. Just had a random ass T in there. Okay. Okay, so what's nil? What's nil? Down left falls nil. Down right fall is nil still. Down right fall is nil. Yeah, we don't have it. That's because we named it bottom right. Down right fall. Okay. Let's try it. Okay, all false. Cool. So let's just test a right collision. This will be just right fall. Nice, right fall true. Okay, so right works. Let's just do downfall next. Okay, and this should be downfall. We had a downfall and a down right fall, which isn't great. So we had a downfall and a down right fall. Let's test that again. That one was just a down right fall. Shoot, man. See, I thought all the time we took to print them up and make sure they're triggering exactly the same would prevent that kind of issue, but it could just be our logic fault here. So like, let's look at our down right fall and that sort of stuff. So our downfall and our down right fall are both, oh, we don't break here. Okay, let's try that. We should also break. Okay, let's try that. Should be just downfall here. Nice. Cool. Okay, so we've got right, down. Let's do left fall. Left, we have up. Shoot. Wait a second. If we look at, we're not doing a left fall. Up left, up right. Oh yeah, we are right here. Left fall. Okay. Okay, so why is left fall not triggering? Oh shit. Okay, if we do like bottom left, it's downfall. What the fuck? See that? Well, that was a downfall. Okay, yeah, that was a downfall. Okay, it looks like we do kind of have it right. At least for that one. The what was the direction that just messed up? Just left, right? No, just left is fine. Top left, let's see. Up left fall got true. Okay, that looked right. Let's do just up. Yep. And then let's do upright. Yeah. And then just right works. Let's do down right. Oh shoot. Yeah. Oh, well, that was correct. Oof. We're walking over the pit there. Okay. Down right works, but I don't like how it looks. And I guess that would mean even for the downfall, it's just too, yeah. We need to lower our bottom bounding boxes by 1 pixel. So let's do that. Okay, so it's this on the bottom left and bottom right, these two. We need a Y that is 1 lower, so we will subtract 1 less. And then now we should have a little gap between our bottom bounding boxes. Are we not rendering them correctly? Oh, see, we're rendering them at... Yeah, we're rendering them at the wrong location. So, bottom left, bottom right. This should really be... Oh, you know what? We messed up. We should have had them higher by 1. We wanted them lower. Shoot, man. Okay. So bottom left, bottom right. Yeah, our Y needs to not be higher by 1, but lower, so... Yeah, well, oh no, I got it right. We'll subtract 1 less. Yeah, we took it down. I think that can be right. Let's just see if it triggers lower. See, that's still... It does trigger lower though, but I think it needs to be even 1 pixel less forgiving there. So let's do another 1 less on the Y for the bottom ones. Okay, let's see. It should trigger this should trigger a bottom right. Shoot, it doesn't still. Yeah, you know, there's like just a little bit of give we want to give the player before it triggers a fall, but I don't know. I think it's... We want it lower. Yeah, I did this backwards. Okay. Yeah, we want to subtract more to raise them up, the bounding boxes up, so that we trigger sooner. That looked okay. Let's see. Okay, that's the line where I'm not sure we should trigger it. But yeah, we should probably trigger it right there because we're not even standing. Yeah, we're not standing on the ground. So let's minus 1 more. This is jacked up. The code for this is jacked up. This shouldn't be minus self dot, or this shouldn't be plus self height here. The bottom left makes sense to be plus height. This one, the bottom, oh, the bottom right and bottom left. Okay, no, that does make sense. Yeah. Wait. No. No, it doesn't. It shouldn't be. Now, where are we getting self, the player's height? So we're saying, oh my god, we're saying the Y of this one is going to be the bottom of our player minus 6. It should be the, it's what, 2 pixels tall, so it should just be 2 pixels above where we're at. And then the bottom right collide. The Y should be the same, 2 pixels above. 2 pixels above our bottom feet, because that's the Y position. So anytime we have even 1 pixel overlap, yeah, we should be falling. Okay, that looks right. Let's see. And it's not that we should be falling, it's that we should be dragged to be falling. Yeah. That, maybe we give, I don't know. When we give 1 pixel, that means there's 1 pixel of overlap where you're just kind of moonwalking. So I don't think I like that. So I think that's okay. I think the triggering seems fine. So now what we need to do is, in our map, when we do our chasm collisions, we need to implement this timer tween after we've calculated the boolean for the fall direction. So we'll ask what fall direction we're at, right? So maybe what we can do is we can just snag fall direction, and it'll be equal to, I guess we can't really pull out a string. Okay, so maybe what we'll do is just, if scene view player we need to tween a specific way if we're in a downfall, and we'll turn off the falling so that we can tween. And then the idea is once we're done tweening, or after a certain amount of time being dragged, we can just trigger a fall that'll actually render the animation. Then we'll just pray we coded things okay. So we'll just do a bunch of else ifs here. Okay, so yeah, we'll just do a bunch of else ifs. So we have down left, we have just left, we have up left, we have just up, up right, just right, and then bottom right. Shoot. Okay. So depending on that boolean that was triggered, we're going to tween our players' X and Y positions differently. So if it's a downfall, we don't tween any of our X values. We just make our Y equal to, see in this V, we need to snag the specific chasm that made our boolean become true. So if we snag that specific chasm's X and Y, then that's what this V needs to be. But let's just get the logic first. So the down left, yeah, we need X and Y. Left fall is just an X. Up left fall X and Y. Up fall just a Y. Up right both right just an X. Bottom right both. Okay, now let's get the actual values. Well, we need to snag the chasm. We really need to snag the chasm. So what I want to do, we can say we can kind of just store the chasm in a chasm collided table on our player. We only need the X and Y though. It's whatever. I think what we can do, yeah, I think we want to say, you know, we have a self.chasm collided. And it's an empty table on our player class. Then whenever we collide with the chasm, we're just going to put that chasm into our chasm collided table. We're looking in our map here. Yeah. Okay, so if we collide with the chasm, we need to take that V chasm and assign it into our player's chasm collided. So we'll say chasm collided gets assigned to be just that actual chasm. And we'll do that on any of the collisions. Okay, so we snag that chasm in the table. Now, since we kind of override it, it should override it because all we're doing is assigning the specific chasm into that table. So what I'm hoping we can do in the map is when we go to tween here, instead of this VY, we would do the chasm collided dot Y. So anytime, let's do this. Anytime we have a V dot X, we're gonna put a scene view player chasm collided dot X. And then anytime we have a V let's see. V dot Y gets this. Okay, and then any V width is just going to be 16. V width or height. Okay, so we should, like the way this tween value works, this timer tween takes in a duration, so over 8 seconds, we're going to take our scene view player and we're going to deconstruct its X to be equal to, over the course of 0.8 seconds, to be equal to another X position and another Y position. I don't know if that'll work, but this has been the idea throughout, so we'll see if anything happens. And then we'll trigger a fall after 0.8 seconds from triggering something, right? So let's just see. Oh, it worked. It worked. It didn't pull us as soon as I thought it would, but actually that's fine because that's... Whoa! It did pull us. Nice, man. Okay. Let's see if it pulls just upwards, right? Like, yeah. Perfect. Okay. We might have to modify the corners to be a little more forgiving, because we can trigger the corners. Let's see. It's hard because we're triggering. When do we trigger the fall? We trigger the fall as soon as we. Yeah, we trigger the fall. Uh-oh. What the heck? Okay, so let's stop rendering these chasm colliders, and we'll instead worry about when to trigger our falling, because we're doing it wrong. We don't want to be falling as soon as we detect a collision, because that's what we're doing right now. But then again, just look at this. We're checking for collision, because what we don't want is a bottom corner to trigger a bottom right chasm collide. Therefore, we're going to tween our values. But then the next frame, now there's a bottom collider detecting, so it's going to pull us down. But then the next frame, the top right collider is also being pulled, so it's going to add us up and to the right. Like, we don't want a bunch of that, right? I mean, maybe we just test it and see if the tween values can play nice like that. I feel like it'll be so jacked up if we leave it, but I am kind of curious now. So let's try that and just see what happens, but I don't think we want that. I think we want to do this falling elsewhere. So if we're not falling, let's say we don't trigger falling and just see what happens. So in our player class, in the method for the detection, we're saying falling gets true on any of the chasm detection. That's what makes us look like we're falling. But we need to, if we turn that off, it will just be tweening and then we'll get stuck forever. But we can see the movement a little bit better. Yeah, whoa, that was weird. Oh man, and then we get all jacked up. See, this is why I had this tween allowed, because we don't ever, like, if we were to put on the values for the falls, we never flush those out. So once they're true, they're just true, I'm pretty sure. So like, yeah, true, yeah. Great, I'm already stuck on that one. Yeah, we don't flush these out, so yeah, okay. So we do need to, yeah, I mean, I think I like the original idea, because I think, you know, we're checking and tweening values and triggering more than one type of fall as we get tweened, and we don't want to do that. So I'm going to put a chasm falling boolean here, and if we're not chasm falling, let's go ahead and check for any chasm falls, right? So if not chasm falling, we'll initialize that false. And we just need to separate that, because our dot falling controls our animation, but our chasm falling will just control how if we're falling into a chasm or not at the given moment. And actually, yeah, chasm falling would get true. Okay. So yeah, we need to take any of these global players falling true and replace it with self dot chasm falling gets true. So self chasm falling gets true if we trigger a collide with a chasm on any corner or edge, then we're chasm falling. Then in our map, yeah, We only assign a direction to fall if we're not already chasm falling. Because if any of these evaluate to true, then we're chasm falling. So let's see if that helps us out. We shouldn't trigger any animation, but we should only tween in one direction. Let's see. Nice. Looks like ice skating. Oh shit, that's wrong. Okay, left collide, tween logic was wrong. Okay. Oh, we forgot to even update these. Yeah. Okay, so we've got down left fall. Okay, so if it's just a left fall, we modify to the left side of the chasm. If it's an up left fall, we move our X to the left side of the chasm. And the top of the chasm, which looks right. Y gets the Y of the chasm that we collided with. Up fall, we take our Y position and make it the Y position of the chasm. Upright fall, that's when we need the plus tile size on the X and a Y of just Y. Right fall, we need the tile size. Bottom right fall is we need bottom right fall. Our X needs to be the left side of the chasm we collided with and the top of the chasm we collided with. Okay, now we should have, I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to turn off the is it in the player? No, it's right here. Okay, let's see. Shit. Oh no. It's not working at all. Are we triggering the fall? Okay, up seemed to work. And then we got stuck. Let's try one at a time and see if any of them are... Up worked. Okay, right worked. Left. Left is down. So let's fix that. Left collide. What are we doing? Left fall is our player's gonna be the left side of the chasm we get. Yeah, it's a little backwards here. Now that probably means we're snagging the wrong chasm. Nah, that's weird though. Let's see what if down is working. So why is left all weird? And are we triggering a left fall proper? Yeah, left fall. Okay, left worked there. I don't know why it worked there. Let's try over here again. See, that's an up. Okay, so if we have a, why is it that if we have a left, what direction did it move us? It moved us down when we had an up collision? Oh, see, that had an up left. That had an up left. That should just be left. Oh, shoot. I know what's happening. Oh, no. I know what's happening. It's not good. It's not good. So if you look at the actually no, that's not it. If you look at where the hell is our in our player, I think I know exactly what's happening. So these are our chasm, and we tweaked these. These are, since we didn't have access to the scope, we kind of hard coded them here, but so let's adjust them, because we changed our Y position on our bottom colliders to be different. Bottom collides have a Y of a -2 on the bottom collides, and that is a Y. So on the bottom collides, the Y needs to be a -2 instead of a -4. And then we can see where the hitboxes are for the colliders. Okay, dude, shit. Okay. Yeah, this is not good. What's happening is we're cycling through the chasm. So like imagine this chasm right here, this tile size chasm. We're checking for collision upon all of these little rectangles. Now if we detect both the left ones are colliding, then we in fact trigger a left fall and we go tween left. That's fine. That's how we wanted it. But what's jacked up is, what if we now have one of our left colliders in one chasm's box and one left collider in the other chasm's box. Then it triggers either a top left or a bottom left. So that's why we slid upwards there, because it's checking more than one chasm. So it thinks we're top left colliding with one chasm before we're colliding with the other. So yeah, it's almost like if we find it's almost like if we find any given it's jacked up. Because we don't want to become the diagonal falling until we know that we've only had a diagonal collide with only one of the chasms, not just any given chasm. I mean, this might be okay. I mean, I don't know. I feel like we need to trigger a fall after like 2.2 seconds. And then maybe if we trigger a fall after like 0.2 seconds, see, that should have brought us downwards. Okay, so I think what we should do is modify the corners. Hold on. What the Yo, why are we're just not even doing anything anymore. Okay, so that worked. But what about the bottom right? It just didn't tween at all. What the fuck? Okay, and we're only checking these colliders if we're not falling. Did we miss a falling for a bottom right? We should have it. Oh man. Self chasm falling. If any of those are true, then we're falling. I don't buy that. I think it's wrong still. Okay. So what's the game plan? I guess let's print up Chasm Falling and see if it's right at all, because we're not even triggering it right here. We don't trigger it till right there, but then we don't tween, so what the hell? Why does the bottom right collide not tween our values? Let's check. Bottom right collide. We say this should be bottom right fall. No. Because this is top right. No, yeah. Okay. So where's bottom right fall? We bottom right collide, down right fall. Okay. So let's just check the tween values, make sure we have the down left fall. See, we have bottom right fall. God, we screwed ourselves so hard with that. Okay. Let's see. That should at least tween us. Nice. Okay. So what I'm thinking is if we have, well, see how it didn't tween. Oh, see there, that was our proper tween there. Okay, so the bottom right collide is fine. That works fine. Man, which one was screwed up then? That was a right fall. Okay, so if we do an orthogonal fall, I think we do tween the Y values as well, because the boxes are kind of weighted towards the bottom of us, and if we were to just drag right and fall right here, it would look like we're falling into the crack up here. So I think we do, at least for a right fall, we want to tween our Y as well. And then left fall, the same thing, right? And then up and down fall. Those ones might not be as bad. Let's test if the downfall looks weird, like right here. See, that was okay. But if we do basically as close as we can to a pure downfall, that one actually probably looks okay, because the colliders are closer together vertically than they are horizontally, so this one we might get away with it. No. Let's we'll have to see it with the animation. So let's work on, I think we should tween a little faster. So maybe this is going to be a chasm fall tween or something. So let's add that. I don't even know where we're putting stuff. Chasm fall tween. Let's put a 0.6. So in the course of 0.6 seconds, we're going to tween. Chasm. Did we do that right? Chasm fall tween. Okay. So if we've got that, then we want to do like a we have a timer, we have a max timer for the player, right? So we can say, do we have a fall timer? We do have a fall timer. What do we use fall timer for at the moment? Nothing. If our fall timer is greater than the fall timer threshold, then we are falling. So what is this fall timer threshold? Is 0.01. If our fall timer is greater than 0.01. So what do we do with our fall timer? Okay, we're gonna have to add another type of timer, because this one is linked to the pit, and it looks like we're not even resetting it if we're not colliding with the pit. So we should do our own chasm fall timer. Okay. We set it to 0. Now we only need to update the chasm fall timer if we're falling on any direction, which should probably be what in the update? Now we are already checking for the collides, right? For like the top ball or whatever. Where are we doing? Shit, man. It's not in our map, really? I think I'm just gonna do it here. If we collide with any of these falls, we want to increment chasm fall timer to be incremented by delta time. So we're going to increment our fall timer if we are falling in any capacity. You know, copy and paste works for everything. Okay. So we are pushing our chasm fall timer. Then we need to see if that fall timer is greater than the chasm tween value, right? The chasm fall tween. If our timer ever gets to be greater than or equal to the chasm fall tween, then we need to change our animation to falling. So we have, it's literally just change animation to falling. So this should trigger us to fall. See, and we shouldn't fall when we're done tweening. We should fall like halfway in between. So we can say when you're halfway done tweening, we're gonna trigger this fall. Let's see how that looks. That did not work at all. Chasm fall timer, chasm fall timer, chasm fall timer. We increment. Then if the timer is greater than half of the fall timer tween, you know, let's just say greater than 0.4, 0.2. Oh, we need to become falling as well. So we change our animation, but we need to become falling to update the animation. Okay, that worked. Damn, he fucking falls fast, dude. Oh my god, he like gets some freaking momentum, man. Yeah, I think the 0.8 tween is too much. Or 0.16. Yeah, when we made this faster, that was too much. Yeah, we can fall sooner, you know? Gosh, he really does just freaking move, man. Let's tween over like 1.5 seconds. Too slow. Oh my god, it was so bad. He fucking... Why did it go so far? Okay, so top right, up right falls gotta be wrong on the tweens. Gotta be wrong. So let's look for the upright. Yeah, we're saying... Yeah, we don't want the right side, we want the left side. Okay. Okay. Up collide looks good. Upright looks good. Just right is way off, right? Was that just right? No, we had it downward. That's bottom right, I think. Right falls jacked. Okay. Top right looks good. Unless it's like... Oh, that looks good. Oh, I like that. Okay, that looks good. Okay, and then let's do bottom. Yeah, bottom looks good. Let's do bottom left. Ooh, bottom left is wrong. Down left. Down left should be left side of our chasm. Nice. Down left looks great. Let's try just left. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Nice. Okay. That's looking good. We need to figure out what we're doing with our pitfalls that we are not doing with our others, or with our chasm falls, to prevent us from spawning again, right? So if we're falling, it's probably, yeah, if we're falling, we change animation to falling. Graveyard trigger. Okay, so we say if our falling animation has played more than once, we're gonna reset our falling frame. We're gonna allow tween. We're gonna play the hurt. We're already doing that. We're gonna deduct our health, reset our falling times played, reset our fall timer to -2, become unfalling, become graveyard. And if we're graveyard, we go off screen for a second until we respawn to our checkpoint positions. Okay, so our checkpoint positions are probably screwed up. Let's just try to... Let's for right now just put a safe tile for us to respawn at, just to check, and then we'll make sure our checkpoint positions don't get updated if we're falling on any front. So let's do this, and we'll put our player X and Y. We'll put them at what? The third tile over, so tile size times 2, and then a Y of maybe 4 or 5. Just trying to put a safe spot for us to come back to after a fall, because I think our checkpoint positions are messed up. Okay. And then we're probably falling. We need to become unfalling with the graveyard. So while we become unfalling here, and then our animations are getting reset. Then we change our animation. So why? Let's take this out. Is that the only way we're playing the hurt sound? Yeah. So this is triggering, but it's not resetting our animation. We might... No. We're missing one more thing, I think. Yes. Oh my goodness. I think maybe when we change... we need to reset our chasm fall timer back to 0. Yeah. Reset our fall timer. Son of a... We're still falling. Oh, fallen is true. Well, yeah, we don't reset our falling until we are doing that graveyard thing. Okay, so if we trigger a death before our falling has had time to play out all the way. Okay, so we might need to put off... Let's just test this. Let's put our chasm fall tween the same as our... I don't know. It's something to do with our graveyard trigger is set on the frame of animation that we've played out. So it's like we need to just not respawn until we've played out all the frames, right? So chasm fall timer 0.2. Yeah, let's do this later. Let's do this just to see if we fix the spawning. We don't. So what I it's triggering. Okay, where are we incrementing the fall timer? And that's if we're not chasm falling. And we chasm fall if we collide with any chasm. If we're not... Okay, so when do we flush our chasm fall? We don't. We need to flush our chasm collided? Is that what it is? Chasm falling. We need to flush our chasm falling when we die, too. Okay, that should fix it. Shit. Damn it. Okay. We're gonna have to debug some more tomorrow. I'm out of steam, so chasm falling, chasm falling. Where do we set chasm falling? We set it if we collide with any chasm. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to just debug more tomorrow. All right. Added tween values for chasm colliders. Yeah, I think we'll call it a night. Salto Manga is streaming. Yo, anyone who's hanging out, how do you guys feel about Pokemon? I know a Pokemon Pocket guy that's streaming right now for the release in 2 minutes. If you guys are down, or we might raid him. I'm gonna add... Okay, hey, that's a good one to end on. I've got to... I don't know how to spell Loki Trickster. Does it have a underscore? Loki Trickster. We'll raid Godsley because it's like 1 minute. He's going to open the new packs in like 1 minute, so we'll raid him. And Squinch. Alright, Loki and Squinch are now accredited supporters, and we will add them to the commit here. We'll say added accredited supporters. Son of a... That's gonna be bad. No, we just committed. We just committed, so why is it mad at us? Okay, it's fine. It just needs to push. Integrate remote changes. changed. Notes. Oh, okay. I remember that. Okay. Get push. All right. Let's run credits and we'll call it a night. Thanks for watching on the... Yo, yeah, of course. Thanks for hanging out on these chill nights. Yeah, now, if you want a different name in the credits, just let me know, but I typically just put the Twitch channel. And we will raid out here to Godsley, so it is real Godsley. Let's do it. Cool. Okay, cool. We're raiding out right in time for the packs. There's a... Yeah, Diamond and Pearl packs launching tonight on the mobile game. Yeah, catch you later, Squinch. Thanks for watching.